Guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with this news. All right, so Thomas Partey, one of the Arsenal players, come second, they make a vow. So Babacon talk say he won't help Arsenal to achieve trophy success because ever since we don't come Arsenal in dream, in goals, aspirations, everything we don't set for himself that will help Arsenal win title. And when he can check how we performed last season, so we did very well. We tried to achieve our aim, but we could not do it last season. So this season, with the arrival of some big players who don't add to our squad, now we are looking for how we can achieve our goal this season. What is the goal? That is to win the league title or probably win the Champions League. Oh, who says we cannot even win both? But when people like Thomas Partey, they come out and they talk all these things, the first question will just come to my mind, say, you say you want to help Arsenal achieve trophy success. How you want to do and what you did for treatment table? How many times have you played for Arsenal this season? Let the truth be told. You need to ask all these painful questions that are maybe painful to hear. How many times don't play for Arsenal this season with your injury record? Now like that, you won't take up Arsenal win the league title? I don't think he has even played up to 5 or 6 times this season. So now he's still battling for fitness. Though, thank God, say they play with the under 21 when they play against championships, I will knock them like 4-0. He played, I think, 1 hour of that match. So, all things being equal, hopefully, he will be on the bench against Man City and even come in to play maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes, depending as in strength or in fitness level day. Because if somebody like Thomas Partey, they're 100% fit, it will help us a lot this season. So much pressure would not have been on the likes of maybe Jorginho, Declan Rice. They're supposed to get some pretty soon because look at how Declan Rice has played almost all the games you have played this season, competitive games for Arsenal. It's no easy. We just thank God say the guy gets a very, very good health record. And before we buy him, we all knew that he has no injury, like bad injury record. If say go injury, miss donkey games, miss 1 million games, all those kinds of things. So I just did very, very happy with him. But this statement, I don't know if how I see this when you see a statement like this coming from Thomas Partey, how do you see this type of statements? Do you get any questions forming in your brain where you want to ask? As you say you are the journalist when they tell this thing, they get anything way like maybe a question, follow up, where you go ask and say, but you how many games you don't play for? Like when I let me know when I thought I don't know whether I only me think like that. So when I let me know when I thought in the comment section. Then away from that, surprisingly, Matteo Guendouzi instead don't do a merry-go-round when they praise Mikel Arteta for what they do for Arsenal because almost all the things where this guy don't talk about Arsenal since we come up for Arsenal now bad negative things. I have no regrets about Arsenal. I do this, I do that. But now, surprisingly, back when they explain, when they throw more light on what really happened, we make a one fallout of Arsenal. In fact, first of all, make a talk about Arteta. So you say Arteta has transformed Arsenal, is doing a very good job at Arsenal, saying which say Arsenal will win the Premier League, like he wishes them all the best of things. Now, so Babacon they explain say he don't play 85 games for Arsenal at 19 years. So it is a testament of the fact that Unai Emery actually trusted him. He played so many games at a very, very young age. Say when you play for, say you help Arsenal finish 5th. By the time we they finish, and just maybe a few points, 9 people finish 4th, they pass them. And finishing 5th in England is probably synonymous with finishing 2nd in another league because England is arguably the best league in the world. So people don't even know that Guendouzi played just 6 months. That 6 months in work with Arteta. After that 6 months, then the match between Arsenal and Brighton where Neil Maupay can't talk some. Nobody knows till today. Nobody knows what Neil Maupay tell and Guendouzi because Maupay has a bad habit of winding players up. If he tell you some kind of things, he go beat your mom. If he tell you some kind of things, you say you will just everybody get emotion. He will try to rile you up, make you concentrate on the game very well. So he does that a lot. So I don't know what he tell them. This is going hold on for truth. They come there abuse and play say make more money. That like said a lot of things. We make Arteta come fall out from or with the player say no, I don't fit manage this kind of person. And so guy call the bench come fall out. So now Guendouzi is saying with the power of hindsight, he will not make the type of mistakes he made. He said, "No, I don't grow. Place for Lazio now." So he don't grow. So all those mistakes he make that time, say because he was a small boy with a heavy head, he gets stubborn head. So now say no will make all those mistakes. The only thing where I get for this story, we switch my brother and in fact say at least he's now saying good things about Arsenal. Unlike in the past, we've seen bad things, not saying positive at all. So it is what it is. We wish him all the best of luck in his career. All right, so as I monitor the newspaper headline for the Sky Sports newspaper talk, so according to this report from the Sun, the contact say Arsenal and West Ham can almost guarantee an extra Champions League place for English clubs in 2024-2025 season by evicting German teams from Europe. You know, say Arsenal they face Bayern Munich, then West Ham they face Bayer Leverkusen. Now, according to the UEFA coefficient rankings, they need just the top two to get the extra slots for the Champions League new format against next season. So they talk say if Arsenal if come out Bayern and West Ham come out Bayer Leverkusen, then no matter what will happen moving forward, England, which means whoever finishes fifth in the English Premier League, they're more likely to see Champions League football, which is the likes of Manchester United, the likes of Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa. They go they pray for us who could perform very well because their Champions League future they somehow connected with us the way we run our own things now. So if we beat Bayern and West Ham does the same thing, we will help all those people they try to finish fifth. That's why the English Premier League is very, very difficult. See, the race for the league, that one another race on your own. Then the race for Champions League, that one another race on your own. The race for Europa League, the race for UEFA Europa Conference League, the race for relegation, like all these individual battles, and make the Premier League what it is today. That is why it is one of the most interesting leagues. Do you know that people even escape relegation at the end of the day? That they celebrate past people who win the league for the EPL. You know how all these battles they for so at the end of that, just see how it will happen. Whether we will fit do this thing to help those who want to finish fifth. They are moving on. So for Arsenal website, I don't stumble upon this story and say with them post says Zinchenko and Kivior they don't qualify for Euro 2024. Because Zinchenko was celebrating Jacob Kivior. Jacob Kivior is playing for Poland. Now in with them Lewandowski them, and then they play together. So themselves don't qualify. They were very, very happy. And when I saw all these things, I can't cast my mind to Norway. In fact, there was a report, a troubling report I was reading that was saying Norway never really qualified for any major competition for a very, very long time. And they have the likes of Erling Haaland, who is arguably one of the hottest strikers in world football today. And they still have Odegaard, they still have Oscar Bob. They have some kind interesting players, but why is it that when they come to the national stage, they cannot do anything? Like, it's in the bust my brain. And you have all these players. So I don't just know why it be like that. So it's just somewhat unfortunate, but it is what it is. What do we want to do about that? All right, so the BBC when they do a report on Declan Rice and how Declan Rice has improved title chasing Arsenal. From the title of the story, you see Declan Rice, then you see how England midfielder has actually improved title chasing Arsenal. Now they're going to talk say when I was reading the reports, now I can find out say after 28 games of last season, Arsenal were in first position. Just like now, but BBC were doing a comparing and contrasting all those things. So they're going to say, but at the end of the day, last season, Arsenal will actually win the title. So what is different this time around? We go make Arsenal reach the finish line. We did not get last season because last season they came very, very close to doing it. Now, BBC is going to explain, say, with the infusion of Declan Rice, with the infusion of the likes of Kai Havertz, and not just that, David Raya. These are the three major changes we Arteta make to the squad. We make people going to say, okay, let's give them a benefit of the doubt. So maybe Arsenal can actually do it this season. Well, the verdict, nobody knows it until the season will end. So we'll just watch and see whether these new players will bring in, whether it will actually make us do it. Now, when you read the reports, the title of the reports, come down, you'll see where BBC talks say Declan Rice is no longer seen as a holding midfielder. Since when he come Arsenal, he has now transitioned into a complete midfielder. that can do everything Rodri is doing at Man City. Do you want him to bump forward? He can do that. Don't master him. Do you want him to stay and protect the back four? He don't master him. If to say we don't get the likes of Jorginho, will they help Declan Rice? Declan Rice going to play, they protect the back four, then other people going to bump forward because we have the likes of Jorginho playing that role. So that's why the Rice can't get the freedom to actually go forward. It is no wonder he has scored so many goals and given so many assists in about 30-something games he has played for Arsenal. So it shows that he has grown from strength to strength. And this one come mean say, truly, as he moved, that moved from West Ham to Arsenal, Arteta don't really develop him. Like the guy is playing very, very well. And I just did very, very happy for him. So for me, it's the signing of the season. Nobody will argue that one. All right, away from that, so England boss Gareth Southgate's reports came from the Daily Mail, and I stumbled upon it this morning. So from the headline, you see England boss Gareth Southgate insists the door is still open for Ben White, but Arsenal defender must make the first move if he wants to play at the Euro 2024. Now, what Gareth Southgate is saying is, say for this international break we just passed now Ben White instructs Arsenal to contact the English FA to tell them, say, no one they considered for selection. So what Southgate is saying is, since now that approach, Ben White used tell them, then they will assume, say, moving forward, he don't want to be considered for selection. Then if he ever wants to be considered for selection, he needs to use that same route. Tell Arsenal to come and tell us that you are going to be, that you want to be considered for selection now, which is something I don't think Ben White will do, because I put myself for Ben White's shoes now. Ben White going to look and say, shouldn't that because the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, some of these big names, right backs, no, they available. They are not fit. Maybe you have some kind of smally, that's why you can't reason my matter. Say, okay, make I come. You get all those benchy where now you get now. But if to say all these people don't they available, will Ben White be invited in the first place? Even if he is invited, will he play? That's the $1 million question. Inviting me is not the issue. Will I play? Will I get my debut? So now the angle where Ben White they come from, and if you can't compound the story with what Steve Holland do, it's going to make an vex the more. But apart from that Steve Holland angle, look at the angle of the fact that if Ben White goes to the England camp, will he play? So that is the major issue. That's why the guy just, in fact, till now, many England fans they paraphrase because as England they play against Brazil, that they lost, I think they lost that game against Brazil. Then Ben White with his wife, they flex for beach. So people they consider like you don't want to play for England, like you don't want to have the biggest honor as a player. So I don't really know how this matter will go. Though the latest captain of England, Declan Rice, saying will discuss with Ben White to convince him on why he needs to come back to England. Like if they invite you, accept the invitation. But that's not really the point. Will he play? That's the question me I ask, and I believe say that one take the ring for Ben White's head. So now what's the point? Just like Ramsey now they complain, say, hey, I want to play for Arsenal, I want to play so that I'll be selected to go for England Euros. If you are selected, will you play? Will Gareth Southgate bench Jordan Pickford for Ramsdale? That is the $1 million question. Look at the match where Pickford played last. Look at the schoolboy error he made. Even with that error, Ramsey was invited, but did Ramsey play? No. So that's the thing. Look at Spain. Spain understands, say, there's competition for places. For one match, Raya played first half, Unai Simon played the second half. That's how not friendly, not a highly competitive game. The normal thing you should do is if Pickford plays first half, you put Ramsey in the second half. After all, it's a friendly. Is it not? But Ramsey Southgate gets your own choice, gets your own way we want to do it. Well, that's his own prerogative as the manager, whatever he decides, let him do. Now, the London Evening Standard, when they do another special report on the match where Manchester City will play against Arsenal at the Etihad on Sunday. Now, what they are looking at, the colleague talk say, see, Man City versus Arsenal, Declan Rice ready for key role to stop midfield metronome Rodri in title showdown. So they're going to like check out the stats of Rodri and Declan Rice. And funny enough, for the report, Declan Rice going to talk good things about Rodri. In fact, Declan Rice going to say Rodri is the best number 6 in the world. And we're going to get some statistics for this same report that I read about Rodri. Do you know that Rodri, in his last 62 games for Manchester City, he has never experienced a loss. In fact, they say the 4 games wey Man City lose, he gets for the last 60-something games wey Rodri don play, Rodri was absent. If I remember the last time wey Man City lose like 3 games, Rodri was not playing in that match, those matches wey he missed. For you to know how important this Rodri dey, because he's the link, he's the bridge between the defense and the attack. He collects the ball from the center backs and distributes to the midfielders who go on and do some attacking things. So this match now is going to be an exhibition match. There's going to be a very, very strong battle between Declan Rice and Rodri. How it go be? And further down the reports, I can't find out say Arsenal are yet to win at the Etihad Stadium since 2015. That was the last time we actually beat them there. So since then, we've never had the luck of getting 3 points at the Etihad Stadium, and we are looking at how we can do it this time around. It's not going to be very easy. Is it possible? Yes. But what is the probability of it happening? It is not really that high. No lie. But the possibility, because you need to understand possibilities and probabilities. The possibility is there. Come on, yeah, you can beat them. Yes. After all, the bookmakers are going to give us the odds. Like say, we are not the favorites. We are the underdogs. But that possibility of winning them is there. But the probability is not that high, because there is Man City itself. They are on a different, like, in fact, until I see the lineup, what can I talk? Until I see the lineup, because with the injury kini where they hover around Man City, Arsenal actually, in fact, this is actually the best ever time for Arsenal to actually go to that Etihad Stadium and destroy that place, like bazooka that place. Because when you look at the type of injury problems Man City gets, we never really know whether na true, whether na lie. So till we see the lineup, imagine a lineup that does not have an Akanji, does not have a Stones, does not have a Kyle Walker. Even the Elders number 1 goalkeeper is not there. Now Ortega go play. Imagine that lineup. Kevin De Bruyne, we never know whether they fit, because he left Belgium through injury. Whether not true, whether not lie, we don't know. So when you look at all these variables, we go just wait. We'll just calm down and look at that star side. Shey Martinelli go play. Shey Saka go play. These are the $1 million questions that nobody has an answer to. So until we wait 1 hour before the game, once we see the lineup, when we do our pre-match analysis show, that is when I'll tell you what I really think. Because now we are all talking from the realm of speculation. Nobody really knows who will play, who no go play. We are all speculating. So 1 hour before the game, once I see the lineup, I will tell you categorically what I really think about the match, how the match will sway. Because looking at the personnel that will play the match, it will give you like a semblance of how the match will go. That's the way me and the see. But Rodri, we all know he's very, very important for Manchester City, just the same way Declan Rice is important to Arsenal. All right, my dear Arsenal lovers, so the biggest news of the day, now the fact that Thomas Partey is saying he wants to help Arsenal to achieve trophy success. In as much as I like when players, they talk all these things. Yes, say, yes, I want to help them, I want to do this, I want to do that. Me, as a trained journalist, the first question that comes to my mind is, you want to help Arsenal win the title, win the league. How many games have you played for Arsenal this season? How will you help them? You see, are you helping them from the bench to be cheering them? You're not part of those playing. How many games have you played this season? Like the type of question when they enter my head. Because you cannot say you want to help us and you never even played up to 5 games this season. Like, what kind of help are you now? Are you a cheerleader? Like, these are the questions. Making a no verse for this kind of question why they asked Thomas Partey. But if I was there in the dressing room, in the interview room, when they talk all these things, that's kind of follow-up question I'll ask him. That's what, sir, you haven't played so many games for Arsenal. How are you going to now help them now? I want to do it. Well, it is what it is. As usual, I can see the beggar as now they watch our show. Don't forget to follow us. If you're watching on Facebook, follow us. If you're watching on Twitter, follow us or follow back ASAP. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. I don't forget to like our video. I beg. Sometimes our video will get 20,000 views, 10,000 views. We'll get 300 likes. 500 likes. I beg when they like our show and share, so that the more they like them, they give a signal to all the social media websites say the video makes sense. No be saying our fake viewers will they get, no be bots, so that themselves will share them, will get mad reach. You get our videos. Get people say they never even see our channel for 1 day. The more they share them, the more they will say, so this kind of thing they happen, and we know they are well. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think this is a fine place for us to call the show and end. So it's like come your way. Tomorrow in the evening, rather, in the evening till then, I get my sense. Tune in and have a nice day, y'all.